Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. As it says in the intro, I'm taking a look at which new rifle to buy. It'll be in the 6mm range. It'll either be a 243 Winchester, a 6mm Creedmoor, or this new 6mm ARC. Now, the 6mm Creedmoor and the 6mm ARC I have no experience with. They're virtually new calibers. The 6mm Creedmoor was developed in 2016, and the 6mm ARC, as you know, in 2020. Problem is with the lack of availability of brass and bullets and powder and primers, some of these decisions might be put off to a later date. However, as far as the hardware is concerned, the rifle is concerned, I can make that decision quite quick. So I'm going to go over with you a little bit how I cogitate on my decision on which one is best for me. So let's go over the basic three. The 243 Winchester, developed 1955, been around a long time, has a tremendous history in terms of hunting and in long-range shooting, believe it or not. Originally designed as a varmint cartridge that could shoot a 55 grain bullet 4,000 feet per second, all the way up to a 100 grain bullet at approximately 3,000 feet per second, depending on your barrel twist and your length of your barrel and whether or not you reload. The 6mm Creedmoor is really touted by the PRS community, the long range shooter community, as kind of the new hot boy on the block because of the newer bullets made by Hornady and other companies that have a higher BC, and because of the case design, the shoulder and all of that allows a longer, sleeker bullet than the 243 is capable of doing. The 6mm ARC, boy, there's been getting a lot of play. If it's anything like the Grendel, I'm a big advocate of the Grendel. It's a heck of a shooting cartridge, and I really like it. But it also is sort of limited to a 108 grain bullet, which is sort of designed for. And Hornady records the reloading data in both a gas gun and a bolt gun, which are vastly different in terms of speed. The gas gun, they tout an 18-inch barrel that tops out at about 25-50 feet per second with a 108 grain pill, although you can go up to about 2750 if you have a 24-inch bolt gun. So kind of the differences that I've looked over, what is my primary purpose? Is it hunting? Is it plinking? Is it competition shooting? Well, that's easy. I don't competition shoot except for with myself and with some friends. Sure, I like to reach out just like everybody else and go shoot steel targets, but I don't mess around too much with match bullets because they're totally useless to hunting. And when you change a bullet design in any type of rifle, your point of impact, all the things that you've studied about for hunting change completely. So I'm not going to go that route. So it still has to be a hunting cartridge first. Well, the 243 stands out because of its history, because of my familiarity with it. I've owned two 243s, even though it is limited in the type of game that it can get. It is very effective and has been proven over and over by thousands of people, including myself. And I primarily shoot a 100 grain bullet in it because anything lighter than that, I have other calibers for that, 22-250, 25-06, 223, etc., that all shoot smaller, lighter grain bullet at real fast speeds for varmint shooting and that kind of thing. But the 6mm Creedmoor does fit real close to the 243, and I sort of am intrigued by it because it has the bullet designs on it have very high ballistic coefficients that outshine the 243 once you get beyond 400 to 500 yards. After that, this bullet really zips through the air. As far as recoil is concerned, there's basically no difference between the 6mm Creedmoor and the 243. The difference obviously is the platform. If it's an AR, those two calibers, the 243 and the 6mm Creedmoor, are going to have to be in an AR-10 type platform, not an AR-15. Bolt action doesn't matter. They're both short action cartridges. The 6mm ARC is all to its own. It can be shot in the in an AR-15. It can be shot in a micro or mini bolt action platform, but I haven't seen any manufacturers yet in a bolt action come out with the 6 millimeter arc. I really like the arc. Don't get me wrong. If it's anything like the Creedmoor, it's sold. But I have to make this decision. So the next logical step is what type of platform. All right. Yeah. So again, I'm a hunter. I've come around to the AR-15, the AR-10 platform in the last 2 or 3 years. I really enjoy them. I've really learned the intricacies of them, and I've come to find out that you can accurize them just as good as a bolt gun for hunting conditions. Again, there might be a little bit of a difference once you go out to distance. You know, for the long-range shooter, the 6, 7, 800, 1,000-yard, 1,500-yard shooter, obviously they're all using bolt gun apparatuses. All right, so what type of platform should it be? The AR platform. You know, the pluses of the AR platform is obviously fast follow-up shots, the ability to go ahead and customize it any cut, pick, and way you want, including changing the stock design, handguard, pretty much everything that you can customize this to for whatever purpose or intent that you're going to do. Or should I go with my traditional, beautiful, regular hunting rifle? Yeah, I like wood. This is what I was raised on. There's nothing quite like holding an heirloom and shooting it well. Yeah, I have a lot of experience, obviously, with bolt actions and with this type of setup. And this is a 243, by the way. However, it's only a 20-inch barrel, so it's kind of limited as far as its feet per second to a 20-inch barrel. However, very effective rifle. Or do I go for the newer converts, which is the chassis platform? Boy, I really come around to enjoying these. The only downside, of course, is it's pretty heavy, but you can get a longer barrel, clear out to 26-inch. The chassis platform does stabilize the rifle and completely free floats the barrel. An all aluminum type of chassis situation, so you pretty much eliminate any type of peculiarities as far as the shooting is concerned with the stock. These are kind of expensive, but boy, they're really nice. So that's the decision that I have to make. I'll let you know in the final video what I decided to get. But it's going to be either a 243, a 6mm Creedmoor, or a 6mm arc. So stay tuned. I'll show you down the road what type of platform, what type of firearm, what caliber I'm going to get. But no matter what, thanks for watching, folks. I appreciate it. Have a good Thanksgiving. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like this type of content, and I'll see you later. Oh, by the way, I am going to go over the cartridge itself, okay? In making the decision as to what rifle to get, the 243 Winchester to the 6mm Creedmoor or the 6 ARC, I've got 3 parent cases and 3 cartridges as an example. On the left is the 243. The parent case is a 308, but this is actually a 243, so this is what I'll be shooting. It's got a 95 grain SST bullet in it. It's taken a lot of game. It shoots very, very well. About 3,150 feet per second as the speed, with a lot of energy that goes behind it. In the middle there you have the, this is a 6.5 Creedmoor. Now essentially the 6mm Creedmoor is just neck down to accept a 6mm bullet instead of the standard 264 6.5. On the right hand side you have one of my favorite rifles or cartridges, and that's the 6.5 Grendel. It grew on me awful fast. It has killed some game. It shoots very well, very pleasant to shoot, and has a lot of versatility. So if the 6mm arc, which is essentially the same case, the only difference being is the shoulder's a little bit different and the overall is a little bit different, but essentially it is the same. But again, we're necking down from a 6.5 to a 6mm, which tops out at about 108 grain bullet. Now Hornady records two different speeds for both a gas gun and for a bolt gun. In a gas gun, it tops out with a 108 grain bullet about 25-50 feet per second. You might have seen one of my previous videos with the Grendel when I put a 100 grain bullet in it, and I was obviously close to 2,800 feet per second. So in terms of efficiency, they're about the same. However, if the 6mm arc is anything like this Grendel, it's going to be a great choice. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the platform comparison now for further discussion.